trying to get the phone situated before I get out of the neighborhood, traffic and stuff. It is Friday the 13th. As I kind of figured, I have not stuck to my one video a week. You guys have probably noticed also. I should have done one by this past Sunday if I was going to keep up with it, but I did not, so I figured I'd record a little bit while I'm driving today. I don't know. I've had some sales. That's why I'm going to the post office. And this is the first time I was actually able to get my car out of the driveway. We had all that snow, and we're in a cul-de-sac, and so the snow plow guys came by, and we had a giant mound of snow in between houses, and our driveways are all kind of close to each other, so and then I'm parked because our driveway's super skinny. It's very narrow and it barely fits two cars, so I park with the right hand side of my car in the grass over to the right hand side of the driveway, and because of that it gets squishy when there's snow and mud and rain and stuff. Anyway, long story short, I have not been able to move my car because there was so much snow on the other side of the car, and I have to angle it weird when I back out, and there was a snow pile there. I couldn't get out, so I had to wait. Most of it melted yesterday, and then it's almost 3 o'clock, I think, or almost 2 o'clock. So we've had some sun today. I'm in a t-shirt. It was a little chilly in the shade, but it's nice and toasty in the sun in the car, so I'm not cold at all. Anyway, and we're supposed to have nice-ish weather for a few days, and it's going to rain, and then we're supposed to get some more snow and ice, an ice storm and snow. I don't know, but it's not going to be like for full 24-hour periods. When it does it, it's just going to be like half a day or whatever, or half the night. I don't know, and it could change because that happens a lot, where they'll predict something for a specific day. I was supposed to have a doctor's appointment, and I couldn't get my car out of the driveway, and it was too late for me to get transportation because with my insurance you have to call 4 days ahead of time, 4 business days ahead of time to book if you need transportation. I didn't think I was going to need it. I thought I'd be able to drive my car. Couldn't, so I've got my appointment next Thursday instead. So at least I was able to make another appointment pretty soon. And that's just to catch up with my doctor on my meds, and I don't know, she'll probably have me do blood work again to see if my vitamin D levels are any better, because she prescribed these vitamin D for me. There's like, you take one a week. It's so packed full of vitamin D that you only take one per week. So I don't know if that's going to make any difference or not. Anyway, so I've got 3 packages that are going to the post office, and I had one that was picked up yesterday and one that was picked up the day before. So my eBay sales have picked up a little bit. I don't have very much listed still. My Facebook Marketplace sales have slowed down a lot. And I had somebody back out on me again today. She was telling me for a week now. She's been telling me she's going to pick it up Friday. She's going to pick it up Friday, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden today, her refrigerator died on her and she has to replace groceries. It's like, I'm so sick of these people. If you just, if you're going to change your mind, don't wait and make the person who's got the item for sale sit and I was an idiot and put it pending because she had really good feedback. A lot of people left her really good feedback, so I don't know what the deal is, but that's 2 people now. And then when I took the item, when I removed her message, I blocked her, of course, but then when I went to make the item active again, it's gone. Like the listing just completely disappeared, even though I had it pending. And I didn't say it sold, nothing, and it just disappeared. So Facebook Marketplace, yay. Anyway, so I've got to relist that. It's a deviled egg plate. It's white with blue splatter paint on it. Somebody had made it, but I had quite a few inquiries on it, and just, you know, whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm getting stuff going on eBay again, and I'm going to go back out in the garage and go through another box of crap. So that may be at the end of this video, after I tell you guys about my solds. My camera angle is all weird. Sorry. Anyway, my hair's still wet. I took my shower and scrubbed the crap out of my face. And so I have red spots where I scrubbed too hard. Anyway, so really nice today though. In the sun, it's beautiful. There's some estate sales. There's 2 estate sales. One's in Ohio, and I don't want to go up there because I can't take the barge thing that goes across the river, because there's, well, I don't know, it may not be frozen anymore, but the river was like partially frozen, so they weren't doing the barge, and that means I have to take the bridges, and I don't like this. So if I don't have another reason to go up there and it's just one thing, I'm probably not doing it. But there's another one tomorrow, or no, today and tomorrow, I think. Usually they're Saturday and Sunday, but this one's today and tomorrow. So I don't know, if I get my butt out of bed and I don't stay up all night, and a lot of things, you know, do or don't happen, then I might go tomorrow. So we'll see. It feels so weird to drive. It feels like it's been a month since I drove my car. It's been a while. It's been a few weeks, but I don't think it's been a whole month, but it feels like it. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a good Friday the 13th. It's always been, knock on wood, a decent day for me. Ooh, there's nobody here. I'm gonna run in before a bunch of people show up. Usually I sit here and talk to you guys, but I'm gonna go in. I don't want germs, so I'm gonna fly in there before anybody else gets here. Stand away from the germs. I will record my solds after this, and then I may share some footage of me digging through another box in the garage. So I will talk to you guys later. Hello, I'm back. Okay, I'm going to share my solds, and then I will probably have some footage after this of me going through another box in the garage. And then I found some old footage of Simon when he was about a year old playing fetch. It's when we were living in the basement at my daughter's for a few months at the beginning of, well, yeah, sort of near the beginning of 2020, in the middle of the whole pandemic thing. We stayed there for about 6 months. The place I was renting, I lost my job. And then the place I was renting decided to sell. And so I ended up living at her house for about 6 or 8 months. And then I moved into my mother's house. So if you've been around, you know all of that. But it's kind of dark, the video, but you can still see him. And you'll see how thin and little he was compared to how he looks now. So anyway, I found it and I was like, oh, I should share this with everybody. So this is long before I started doing videos. Anyway, I had an even amount of sales on Facebook Marketplace and eBay. So 6 on Facebook and 6 on eBay. And I'm going to run through those again, and then I'll do a breakdown of everything at the end. So let me get this. I've got my notes up here. Okay. See if I can get everything situated. I'm trying to cut down on the glare. There, that might help a little bit. I don't know. There's still going to be glare on my glasses. I need to mess with my lighting more, but there's a window over here, and so that's not helping. And then I've got all my, I'm one of those people that has icons all over their desktop. So that's not helping either. Anyway, okay, let's see. My first, I'm going to do the Facebook sales first. The first item was a Chuck It dog toy, and it sold for $3. I had them listed on eBay. Nothing ever happened with them. they were below the price limit that I've given myself now for things. So I just threw them on Facebook and sold them that way. So $3 for those. A carnation milk bottle, one of those vintage milk bottles, sold for $3. I got this from that local guy that I get, sourced for me to get some things. So again, $3 for that. Then I sold a Lamplight Farms oil lamp, crystal glass, 9 inches tall, sold for $5. I had it listed for a little bit higher, but I didn't get any bites, so I lowered the price. The next item I brought from Phoenix with me, and I got it at the 99-cent only store, but I paid probably $3 for it at Christmas time. It was really cute. It played a bunch of different Christmas songs. I cannot remember how many, but it was like 8 songs, I think. It played for a long time, and the colors changed on the snow globe. If I don't know if I can find the video from the listing, I'll put it up in the corner so you guys can see it while I'm talking, or at least a little bit of it. You won't be able to hear the music, but you can see what the color changing looked like. Anyway, it sold for $8, so it finally sold. I had it on my eBay store, in my eBay store, for a very long time, and I never got any bites on it. I couldn't believe it, And I had a video showing, and I listed all the songs that it played, and it played like almost full versions of the songs, no vocals, but just instrumental. Anyway, the next item I sold was 2 Tonala stoneware vases. They also came from Arizona with me, and I sold those for $8. I had them in my eBay store for a very long time. I had people watching them. I sent out offers. No one ever bought them, so at least I made some money on them, and I did make some profit, but not a lot. And the last Facebook item that was sold was 2 brass vintage taper candlestick holders. And I think I just said, I don't know, they sold for 10. So I'll do the breakdown at the end of how much I made in each place and how much my cost of goods were and all that stuff. So the next item, okay, this is going to be my eBay stuff. The first item I sold was 2 gingerbread people and 2 houses. They were all ornaments. The houses, the lights changed, and really cute, LED lights. Anyway, those 2 gingerbread people and houses sold for $12.80, and the buyer paid $11.11 in shipping. And I refunded them $2 because when I was packing up the items, I noticed that Santa on the front of one of the little houses, his left mitten was missing. His hand was gone, so Santa was missing a hand. But you really didn't notice it, but I did while I was packing it up, and I didn't, so I sent them a $2 refund. Again, they paid $12.80 for everything. So the shipping, I don't know why it was $11 for that. It wasn't that heavy, but USPS isn't doing us any favors right now. So, okay, the next item I sold on eBay was an embossed antique trinket box, and I got this for $1 at a church sale last summer. And let's see, it sold for $30, and shipping paid was $5.71. So that was a good sale, really good sale. Price wise, spending $1 and making 29 basically. Again, shipping was $5.71, so that was good. The next item that I sold was an Indian Diva hanging brass oil lamp, and it sold for $20. And I think it either came from the church sale or it came from that lot that I bought, that estate. It was an estate sale, but it was an estate auction, and everything was on some shelves in a house, and I had to go pick it up. So anyway, it was one of those 2 places, so I paid like $1 for it, and it sold for $20, and shipping paid was $5.71. I refunded them $3 because 2 days later they came back and bought another item from me, and it was, okay, the embossed antique trinket box was the first thing they purchased. Then they came and bought the Indian Diva hanging brass oil lamp 2 days after that, and I had already shipped the trinket box, so I refunded them $3, but I still made a decent amount of money. So, because that brass oil lamp was like $1 and I sold it for 20. So the next item I sold, I don't know if any of that made any sense just now. I'm all over the place. It's because I didn't have my prices pulled and I threw everything on a notepad note and it's not in my spreadsheet like it normally is. So the next item I sold was an ornate lidded pedestal bowl, antique silver finish. I paid $2 or $3 for it at a yard sale this past summer. Sold for $14, and shipping paid was $10.41. The next item I sold was a Chinese blue and white antique porcelain shard trinket box, silver plated copper. I paid about $1 for it, and I think I also got that from the church sale. Anyway, it sold for $29.75, and shipping paid was $6.51. And then the last item that I sold on eBay was an MCM brown ceramic cow creamer with a jingle bell. It had a little bell on its neck that was actually a bell, and it had a Florida stamp on one of its hindquarters, I think, or along its side. I can't remember where the stamp was. Anyway, that sold for $9.96, and shipping was $7.88. So that is it for my sales. Let me get the breakdown here. Facebook was $37 in sales, and these are from the 3rd of February through the 13th, so 10 days. 37 in sales, and it was about $10 cost of goods, so around $27 net from Facebook. And then my eBay net sales, and that includes the shipping that the buyers have paid, was $135.65, and I paid $43.76 in shipping, and that brings it down to $91.89, and then $7 cost of goods brings it down to around $85, and then I took $5, $6 off for supplies, boxes, and bubble wrap and stuff. So it takes me to around $78 net for Facebook for 10 days. And so the total between the two was about $105, which is not horrible because that's after my expenses and stuff, So as long as I keep getting a few sales here and there on Facebook Marketplace, this works out okay for me. So that is it for my solds. I'm not going to drag this out too much because, again, I'm going to record in the garage for a little bit, and then I'll throw Simon's footage in at the very end. So, it was okay for 10 days. It wasn't horrible. So, actually better than it has been, I think, overall, as far as how much I pulled in net-wise. So, I think people are getting their income tax refunds. So I need to make sure I get my butt in gear. If I could quit being so tired, I just am exhausted all the time, and I don't know why. I'll be up for a couple hours and I need to lay down. I can't stay awake. So I don't know what's going on with that. I'll talk to my doctor again, on next Friday or next Thursday when I see her. Maybe we can figure it out. Anyway, that is it for now. I'm going to say goodbye here because the other footage isn't going to be me talking to you guys. So I hope everybody has a great weekend. Hopefully I can get this edited tonight or tomorrow morning and get it up before Sunday. So I will see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hello. I'm going to try to go in the garage and go through another box this evening. I had another sale, and it was a Facebook Marketplace, but they wanted the item shipped, and I normally don't do that, but they're up in Ohio. And anyway, it was a glass elephant, so I'm just going to share that now. I think they paid $8 for it. I had it marked way down. Anyway, so I think I paid $3 for it, but she paid me through Venmo, so I didn't have to do it through eBay. Anyway, I pulled it off of eBay because it was down to 10, I think, on eBay. What is this person doing? They're just crawling along. I don't know if they were checking their phone or what. Anyway, I'm going to the post office to drop that off, and I need to put gas in the car. I would have just scheduled for the mailman to pick it up, but I need to put gas in because I've got a doctor's appointment Thursday morning very, very early, and I need gas, so I don't want to wait. I'm not close to empty, but I don't like to get below a quarter of a tank. I think I've mentioned that before, so I'm just gonna do that while I'm out today. We don't have a gas station, a Shell, you know. There's only certain brands I'll put in my car, and I think that's one of the reasons that it has lasted as long as it has. I mean, it's falling apart for sure, but it's not a great car to start off with, you know? So, but as far as the engine itself goes, I have never put anything but Tier 1 gas in it. And that's because my dad, you know, drilled it into our heads not to put cheap gas in your car, because it clogs up your fuel line and does all kinds of other lovely things. So anyway, I'm going to run this in, and then I'm going to go to the gas station. So I made like $5 on the Elephant. So we can add that to the tally. And then my next video will be from probably today until whenever. But yeah, again, I'm just jumping in with this before I put in the going through the box part of the video. So feeling a little bit better. I'm still tired, still a little bit winded, but the antibiotics seem to be doing what they're supposed to. So, you know, and I just started them yesterday. So yeah, I'm just doing all my soup and my orange juice and the things that I do. That's all you can do. Anyway, I may be back, but probably just you guys will see some sorting after this. Bye. Okay, I just had a little adventure. Sorry, I get it. Oh, the stupid thing. So I'm driving along, going to the post office, and I had to sit at a light for a little bit, and I noticed the temperature gauge going up on my car, and I was like, oh, what the hell? Or no, it was after I left the post office. I was sitting at a stop sign, and I was looking for the way to get through the neighborhood to see where the Shell is, because I went down a different street than I've ever gone down before, and so I didn't know which way to go. So I'm sitting there. I wasn't even sitting there for maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and I looked at my, oh, it's going up again. It's above the half. I don't know what it's doing. Maybe the coolant is working its way through the radiator. I don't know. Anyway, I noticed the temp going up, so I turned the heater on and I started moving the car, because I know if you keep moving, that'll help. And also, if you turn the heater on, I don't know why it works, but it does. So somebody can chime in the bottom, you know, down below, and tell me why that works. But anyway, I got my gas in the car, and then I stopped at AutoZone because I was going to buy some antifreeze, because I thought, well, maybe I'm just low, you know. And so I got out and I checked behind the driver's seat, because I thought I remembered that I had some in the car, and I did. It was almost full. So squirrel, you guys can't see it, it's very cute and fluffy. Anyway, so as I'm pulling into AutoZone, because I was going to get some antifreeze, but I didn't need it, as I'm, you know, opening the hood of the car, these 2 kids come out, and I say kids, they're probably in their 20s, and they looked like they worked there, and I said, can one of you tell me if I need to add antifreeze to my, you know, car? And so he looked and he said, yeah, you're bone dry. And I'm like, oh, that's great. So he filled it up for me, and I gave him $5, because I was like, here, thank you, you know, because I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm not good at pouring things without a funnel. So anyway, I don't know if that's going to take care of it or not, but hopefully I can get to my doctor's appointment on Thursday morning. I guess I don't know what happened during that freeze. I didn't start the car for, well, I started it, but I didn't drive it for like at least 3 weeks. And I don't know if something is leaking or what, you know, like if something cracked in there. It shouldn't have though, because it had, last time I looked anyway, it had antifreeze in it. So I don't know what the deal is. Anyway, I'm almost home. I just thought I'd share with you guys. Had a little fun side quest there. And I will be back with some sorting in a little bit. All right, we're back in the garage. I have been dragging my feet. I'm coming back out here and sorting. And yesterday, I was looking at my stuff on Facebook that I have on the marketplace, figuring out what I wanted to pull, if I wanted to change prices on anything. And then I saw somebody having kind of an indoor garage sale not too far from me. And looked like he might have some stuff that I was interested in. So I drove over there and picked up a few things. They are in this cart, and I will show those to you guys in a few minutes. I'll show you what I got. Nothing super exciting, and there's at least one or two things that I think I'm going to regret, but you know, that happens. Excuse me while I point you guys at the box. I got 2 orders, well 3. I've already packaged up one of them. But I sold the Formalities ceramic cats that I got last summer at a yard sale, finally. And I think I'm going to end up making about $2 on them profit, if that, because I think I paid $3 a piece for them. I think that's what I paid. I can't remember for sure. Anyway, I put those up here. I'll post it. Well, I don't know. I'm just going to add those to what has sold, because I told you guys I sold the glass elephant, and that was a few days ago. And then I sold the cats. I cannot remember what I sold them for. And then I sold this teapot. So I've got to take that in, figure out what box I'm going to put that in. But I figured I'd grab that stuff while I was out here, and then I can go through this tote, show you guys what I got, and take everything in. There's a few, some of it's really dusty, so it needs to be cleaned up. And so I need to take it in and get it cleaned up and get photos. And I forgot to tell you guys, I got a new photo booth box for my pictures. The light strip in my current photo box is coming loose, and I keep having to push it back up. And I think the box is, at this point, I'm going to say 3 or 4 years old. It's probably about 3 years old. So it's time for a new one. And this new one is a little bit bigger too. It's a tad wider, but it's also deeper, and it has a panel that you can bring up in the front, and there's a little opening. You can use the camera so that you can take a picture without, if it has a reflection on the item, you won't see the camera or my hands or anything else in the reflection. So that should give me a little bit of an upgrade on my photos. Hopefully, and I think with the light strips you can put them where you want to. I haven't even opened the box. I got it like, I don't know, at least a week ago, might be longer, and I haven't even opened the box yet because I've been dragging my feet on everything. I don't like my doctor. She does not listen. She's not listening. All she cares about is putting me on medications. Now she wants me to take Lipitor, and I started doing some reading, and the number one symptom, or one of the top symptoms with it, is muscle and joint aches and pain. And I'm like, I have enough of that already. Do you know what I mean? Like with my back and my hips, I don't need things to hurt more. And there are other ones. It's an SSRI, and I guess it's one of the more, I don't know what to call it. It's a stronger SSRI than some of the others. Like the others are a little bit more mild, they're not as fast acting or whatever you want to call it. They wouldn't be as harsh on me. So I sent her a message 3 days ago, like the same day that I had my appointment, but a few hours later. And because I did some research, and I was like, which cholesterol lowering medication has, the fewest side effects? Because I don't need any extra side effects. And I'm the person that always gets the weird side effects that nobody else, like 1% of the people in the trials got the side effect. I'm that person, so I have to be careful when I take meds. And normally I don't look at the side effects, but with this one I wanted to see, and I don't need more pain. So I messaged her, and it's like she's ignoring me. Because normally if I send her a message and ask her a question, I hear back, like within 24 hours or something. And I've heard nothing from her. Because I told her I want to see if she can put me on something else so that I'm not, dealing with a bunch of side effects that are just going to make things worse for me. It's like she doesn't believe that I'm in as much pain as I'm in. And she's pissing me off. So, she has nothing wrong with her. And my previous medical person had also had back issues, and she'd actually had surgery. So she knew what I'm dealing with. She understood, what's going on with me. And this new person doesn't have a clue. So I don't know what I'm going to do as far as finding somebody else to go to, but I said in the beginning I didn't really care for her. I couldn't get a good gauge on how I felt about her in the beginning, and I was right. So, because it's like she talks over me when I'm trying to tell her stuff, or she just blows past everything that I tell her and doesn't take it into consideration, like what I'm saying doesn't matter, and it pisses me off. So I have to switch people, and I don't know who to go to now. Anyway, that's enough of that. So we've got the tote here. I hope this is recording. If you guys hear a clicking noise, it's me checking the camera to make sure that it's working. Okay, it is. Anyway, I didn't get anything to scream about. I have sold one of these, or two of these before. These poker chip caddy things. And I did okay with them. And this is older, and it's still got the sticker on the bottom. I can't see it, and it's full of these stupid chips. So I'm going to have to... I got to clean it up because it's very dusty. I was going to smell it. I'm going to have to, I don't know what I'm going to put on this thing. I could smell smoke when I walked into this guy's garage, and I was like, oh crap. So I wanted to make sure I didn't grab things that were porous, because you can clean stuff off, and get rid of the smell, and I forgot about that when I picked this up. It doesn't have a strong, of course I can't smell that good. So I'm going to have to, I'll have to clean it up, and then I'm also going to put some mineral oil on it just to freshen up the wood, and maybe that will help if there's any lingering smell, because I don't want to, and I don't know if I should sell this with or with, I'm probably going to do it without the chips because it's so heavy with these stupid chips. Anyway, I grabbed that on the way out. That was the last thing I picked up. Let's see, what was this? Oh, he just gave these to me because I'd already paid him, and I was like, what about these little figures? I don't know. I thought they looked like they were made in Japan. Oh, made in China. But they look old, and I can't, there's no maker on them. This packaging. I don't know what they might be worth. I didn't Google Lens anything, and again, I didn't pay anything for these, so I'm not too worried about it. I don't know if you guys can see these or not. Yeah, okay. Anyway, this stupid light in here. Here we are again. I should have opened the garage door, but I don't know if the sun's out or not. I've been hermiting today. Anyway, she's got a flower behind her back. I thought they were cute. We'll see, but at least they're clean, and they were in packaging, so that's a good thing. And all this stuff was in the garage. Well, there's a couple things that were in the house, and I think he said he smokes his cigar in the garage, so That's why I smelled it when I went in. Okay, this I thought might be worth more than it's actually going to be worth, but I only paid $6 for it. So, but I think it's going to sell for somewhere around maybe 14. So if I'm lucky, I'll double my money on it. I don't know, but I thought it was kind of cool. So we'll see what happens with that. I paid up for a couple things. He's another one that has sales out of his garage like all the time. And so he might be a source for me when I can't find things, you know, in other ways, or when there's no yard sales and stuff like in the winter. I just grabbed this. He didn't charge me for this either. It's a bottle opener. And I looked this up, and it's apparently Marlboro. I don't know if this is one of those kind of things where you save points or whatever and you can buy things with it. It doesn't say Marlboro on it, but when I looked it up, you know, did Google image search, that's what it's showing up as in the listings on eBay. So I know this is not worth $10. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this, but, you know, that's it with that. I don't know if this is going to tear or not. I don't want to crack anything by putting this in that bowl. Okay. I kind of wrapped everything haphazardly. This rocking horse, I cannot remember. Well, I spent $40 total. So, whatever it breaks down to. I don't remember individual prices on some of this stuff. Like this brass horse, I cannot remember what I paid for it. It's heavy, too. Like, it's heavy. It's got to be solid, because I picked it up. I was surprised at how heavy it was when I picked it up. So, anyway, so I've got that. You know, I thought about polishing things, but it's just more work, and it's not like it's going to make anybody pay more for it. Do you know what I mean? It'll look nicer in the photos or whatever, but people are not going to pay more for something just because it's polished. I don't think. I mean, somebody might, but I've got all this packing crap. I need to put this in here, but I don't want it to bang into anything. I'm putting it in one of my new totes because they're going to get stored. So, well, I'll put it in there later. I just want to show you guys right now. I got these little ducks, and they were $4 for the set. And there's a maker name on them. Oh, stupid light. You know? Sigma, I think. I don't have the great lighting out here, and my eyeballs are not working. It says something on here, but I can't see it very good, other than the maker name. But anyway, they're wood, and they're hand-painted, so there's two of them. I guess it's a male and a female. Not positive. Anyway, so I got those. I don't know if I'll be able to get $10 out of the pair. I'm hoping, because you know that's kind of my cutoff thing that I set for myself. Oh, he gave me these because I hem-hawed over these for a while because he only had 2, and I was like, oh, you know, if you had 4 of those, I would probably take them. And he just told me, he goes, oh, go ahead and take them, you know. So I didn't pay anything for these. I may have paid $1 for that bottle opener, now that I'm thinking about it. I can't remember for sure, but anyway, these didn't cost me anything. I thought they were cute, but I have a feeling they're going to end up, you know, in a lot with a bunch of other stuff that I try to sell on Facebook Marketplace, because there's no way the 2 of them are going to be worth $10 unless I do Google Lens and they turn out to be a specific brand that's worth something, you know. I don't see them being worth that much, but I've been surprised before, so it could happen. Let's see. Yeah, I don't want to forget to get this horse out of here, the pony, the rocking horse. Oh, this is the other green dish. There was 2 of them that were the satin finish. This one. I didn't see any chips or anything. So,
And I think this one, that one, the tall one, he sold to me for $6, and I think this one was $7. I don't know why it was more, but that's the stickers they had on them. So anyway, and I haven't looked this one up, so we'll see what happens with that. See if I've got room in this tote for these to stand in there safely. I had to order some bubble wrap because I ran out of my 5/16, you know, like the medium size. I ran out, and it takes too long for American Bubble Boy I need to pack those the cats that I sold. I need to pack those up, and it would take too long for the bubble, so I had to order some stupid bubble wrap from Walmart. But I just got a 25-foot roll, because the last time I ordered from American Bubble Boy, they sent me the wrong stuff. I ordered 4 rolls of the 5/16, I think, and I don't know if you guys are seeing this or not, I got 4 rolls of the small bubble wrap. So I'm having to use like 4 layers where I would normally use 2 or even more. I had an item that I shipped, I put 8 layers of bubble wrap on it because it's that little bitty stuff. So I've got a couple of things that I need to wrap that I need the bigger bubbles for, those cats. Anyway, okay, this is going to have to go in here different because I don't want this banging around. All right. I like these totes, and then I want to put a little bit of bubble wrap around things when I put them in here so that they're protected, but not so that I can't see them. Because all the stuff that I've been packing in these boxes, when I put them in storage, I wrap them up. I've been wrapping them up in Walmart shopping bags so that they don't bang into other things or, get scratched or whatever. And I can't see the item. Now I write on a piece of tape what's in there, but I like to be able to see, at least partially, like sort of see through the package to see what the item is, So that horse can go in the tote. Rocking horse, okay. I think he's in there. I can't remember what this is. Something little break. No, I remember what it is. Okay, so I got this little brass cauldron thing. I've sold a few things like this. This really needs some love. It needs to be cleaned up. But I'm not going to be the one doing it because that's a bunch of time, and again, it's not going to bring the value up. So some people like to do their own stuff. I have that one guy that bought 2 or 3 items from me because he had started as a hobby polishing brass. So this thing is really heavy. It's a marble cat. So it's not very big. I don't know if this will sell or how much it will sell for, but I just thought it was cute and it felt like I should grab it, so I did. And then I've got one more item. So I'm going to put her in the tote. And then this copper pot. So I think I gave him $40 total. I don't know, because I picked up a couple extra things, and then we made change for that, because I didn't have any 1s or 5s left, and I think it was $40. I'll write on the screen if it was a different amount once I figure it out, because I know how much I had with me when I went there, and I'll count my money that I have now, and I'll put it on the screen if it's different. If I didn't put anything on the screen, then it was $40 for all this stuff, which isn't great, but it's not horrible. This really needs cleaning. I've sold things like this, and they don't, they do okay for me, so not horrible. All right, now I want to see if I can get to one of these boxes, and I'm going to put it on top of this so that I'm not having to bend over constantly, because the last time I recorded and I was bending down to pick stuff out of the bottom of the box, I ended up with my hips killing me, so, because I was bending too much. Anyway, okay, I'm going to scoot this over without beating up, and I'm going to see how heavy this is, because I'm going to have to carry it in the house. Okay, it's not bad yet. All right. This is boring for you guys, I know. I just am putting stuff in here. If somebody wants to sit and watch it, they can, and if they don't have to, Okay. I think the box on top is the one that, yeah, this is the one, it's the stuff I went through last time with you guys. So this stuff is all to get rid of. I'm not relisting anything. It's just, I've got to try and see if I can put them in lots, like a whole bunch of things, and I can put it in one box and see if anybody wants the stuff and then just sell it for cheap. You know, like I might put all the coffee mugs, because I think they were all Halloween ones. There were 2 of them that were Halloween, I know for sure. Oh, 2 were Halloween, 2 were Christmas. So I could put those and maybe a couple other Christmas things and these Halloween banners, the Jack Skellington banners, you know, and just throw a couple more things in a box and, you know, start it out at $15 or something. And if nobody wants them, then knock it down to 10 and see if somebody just wants the whole box, you know. So, all right. What is this crap? Again, I gotta figure out if I want to... Oh, is this gonna fit on here? Not really. Okay, I have to sit it crooked. All right. This is very exciting, I know. You guys are getting to see me go through my garbage. Okay. I'm just going to double check to see if I want to list any of the things from this box on Facebook, or if I just want to get rid of them, you know? So, if I want to put them on Facebook, I'll stick them in that tote, because everything in here, I think, has already been listed on eBay, and nothing happened with it, so it's on its way out the door if I don't think it'll sell on Facebook. Or it might have a chance. And if I put it on Facebook, it's only going to get listed maybe a week. And if nobody wants it, then it's gone. Okay, wood giraffe, spoon and fork. I'm not going to open this, but it's a wooden spoon and fork with giraffe heads at the top. I thought they were really cute. I got them at an estate sale, I think. And they never didn't move at all on eBay, but they might sell locally. So I will put those in there. And I think I've already got photos of them. These little kid boots I picked up at a yard sale. How cute are these? I thought for sure they're size 3. And they're Garanimals. They're like brand new. No one's kid ever walked in these. I don't even know if they'd be walking at this shoe size. I can't remember. But I just thought these were the cutest things. And I had them in the eBay store and nothing happened with them. So they are going to get lotted up with some other crap and see if I can get rid of them that way, I guess. Because I'm not going to put them on Facebook, I don't think. I mean, this would be like $5 at the most. I mean, I could. Oh, here we go. I'm going to hem-haw. I don't know if I want to... Well... okay, I may cut... If you guys see a splice here, it's because I cut some footage out because I couldn't decide what I was going to do. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think anybody's going to want them, so... I'm just... No, you know what? I'll stick them on Facebook. I'll see what happens. I'll give them a few days. If they don't sell, then they don't sell. Okay, these are Jester dolls. I am not going to put these on Facebook because the people around here are probably not going to be interested in that. Okay, these are wood trivets. They're square. There's 2 of them. Now, I'll sell them in a lot. I'll just make a lot of stuff up, kitchen stuff or whatever. Cow sponge holder. That's going to go in a lot of kitchen stuff. What's in here? Oh, this is a tea light. A lighthouse. It's a lighthouse. It's a tea light candle holder. And I had it listed. Had some watchers here and there, but nothing ever came of it. I could list it. I have not had great luck with tea light candle holders, though, so far. So I don't think I'm going to waste my time with Facebook with that. What is this? Tupperware. This is like 3 Tupperware glasses and a bunch of lids that fit the cups. And I had them on eBay and nobody ever wanted them. So there's 3 of them. Maybe I'll list these for $5 and see if anybody wants them local. I've already got the photos, so it's not like I'll have to do any work and I don't have to weigh them or anything. And here's another brass thing that I had listed on eBay, and it's a candle holder. It's just somebody handmade this, obviously, you know. But what does this say? It says made in. I can't read that. I'm gonna have to. Holy crap! I thought I saw some text. Maybe my eyes are. No, I can't tell what that is. That looks like letters or something. I can't see it. I don't know if I should put this on Facebook for like $3. No. It's stupid. I'm not going to bother. Okay. What is this? Oh, this is an urn. I'm going to put this on Facebook. I had it on my eBay store for a while and nothing happened with it, but it's pretty. And so yeah, I'm going to put that on Facebook and see if nobody wants it, that's fine, but I'm going to give it a second chance there and see what happens. What is this? Oh, this is a little tiny figurine. Schmid is the brand name, and it's some little quail. It's really very tiny and thin. It's like a tree branch, if I'm remembering correctly. Anyway, I will, because I had it on eBay and nothing happened with it. People were watching it occasionally here and there. I sent out offers, and it got down to like $5 and nothing happened with it. So I'll go ahead and throw it up on Facebook and see if anybody wants it. These things at least aren't heavy, so. Pilgrim pitcher. What is this? Why don't I remember this? Oh, you guys are getting... See, this is why I can't do the things that I can't see through. Because I know it says pilgrim pitcher, but that does not tell me anything, you know? Oh, okay, I think it's cranberry. I think it's the cranberry glass. Not positive. I crammed the bag down in there so the center of it would be full so it wouldn't, if it's half, yeah, it's the cranberry. Okay. Yeah, this can go on Facebook. I had this on in my eBay store too. It's pretty, you know? I would think that it might sell. So I will throw that up on Facebook too and see what happens with it. Worst that'll happen is nobody will want it and I'll just end up throwing it in with a lot of crap. You know, some other glass pieces or pitchers or things like that together. And I'm trying to sell it that way as a lot. Okay, this is a red and gold splatter kind of paint vase. I don't think I want to bother with this. I think this is just going to go in a lot. Okay, now I've got a piece of tape stuck to my finger. Are you kidding me? All right. I think I picked this up at a thrift store, and I thought it was pretty. I thought it might sell, but I had it on eBay for probably a year, and it never sold. There's no markings on it or anything, so, you know, it's just, maybe I'll put it on Facebook and see what happens. Again, a lot of this stuff is just, this is like the last chance for this stuff. If I put it on Facebook and nobody wants it after a week, then it's going to get thrown in a lot, and that'll be the end of that. Okay, that's in there. These Greek tiles I had listed on eBay, and some had sold. Mine just never did, and I don't know if I should. No, I'm not even going to bother. Facebook locals. Local people are not going to want these. So, those are going to go. Oh, let's see, what's this? A Wildcat mug. Oh, Wildcats. I wonder if somebody local might want this. I'm not going to bother. It can go with the other mugs. I have that box. There's a bunch of mugs in. So if somebody wants to, you know, if somebody wants mugs for their booth at the mall, or if they have a little shop or whatever and they just need random crap, that's a university, I think, the Wildcats. So, and I think that was a radio station. is where that came from. Okay, this little guy is a snowman trio. This is going to end up in a Christmas lot. I did sell one similar to this. Oh, come on. And again, yeah, see, it's got the glue is turning yellow on the bottom. It's very cute. It's 3 little snowmen. They're frosted glass. Well, if I can get it out of here so you guys can see what the hell I'm talking about. Hello. Anyway, I thought it was cute. I cannot remember. I think I picked this up at a yard sale. I don't remember for sure. It's just gonna, there we go. People that like to decorate, you know? I don't know. Maybe I'll put it on Facebook. This will be another one of those, give it a few days and throw it in with a lot of Christmas decor maybe. That'll take care of that. And I had these on Facebook, or not Facebook, on my eBay store, and nothing happened with them. So, like, okay. Let's see. Come on. I don't know if all this stuff's going to fit in this tote. I might have to stop now, because I think I'm out of room. What else do I have in here? Warrior figurines. Oh, I remember these. No. Alright, I'm going to stop going through this box. I'm actually going to put a few things back in here because I've got a tote full and I don't want to overfill it and have stuff get broken or it gets too heavy. So this is that vase. So this stuff will be next time. You know, when I go through, I'll go through this, the rest of this one, and another one. Tote over here is full, and once I get everything listed, the new stuff on eBay and the old stuff on Facebook, then I can put that tote with the other 2. And I actually need to fill those because they're not all the way full. So I need to consolidate some stuff. But anyway, okay. Well, that is it for this garage video. For that portion anyway. And at least I've gotten through more than 1.5 of these boxes out here of stuff, and I need to figure out what size boxes I have to ship those cats in. So I'm going to cut this off for now. I'm going to hopefully get this edited. I've got a lot of different footage to put in this video, so if you guys make it to this part, thanks for hanging around, and hopefully I will see you guys soon with another sold video. I'll put where I was talking about the cats that I sold, and I sold some supplements too that I'd gotten, and I tried to return them to Walmart and they said just keep them, and I was like, I don't need these, so I sold them on eBay anyway. So I'll put that stuff up, and the cats, and you guys saw the blue. I'll put what I sold them for when I post the photos. You'll have seen that by now, so I don't know why I'm telling you that. Anyway, not a ton of profit on any of the things, but it all adds up. So hopefully I will see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Ready? Get him, Mims. Get your baby. Get your baby. Get it. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, there it is. Good boy. Okay. You ready? Ready? Get it. I didn't throw very good. Get him, Mims. Get him, Mims. Get your baby. Good boy. Come on. Oh, I still throw it around a little bit. Oh, there it is. Get your baby. Get your baby.